we are in the land of the free because of the brave. And so we ask by your grace that you would bring them home soon and safe. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen.
All right, everybody, welcome to SR Broadcasting. We're here tonight with DIEHARD Racing League, and we are at the Charlotte Roval for 55 laps here tonight. I'm here with Brandon and Steve. Gonna be calling the race with me tonight. We got about 38 seconds left to qualify. Robert Barris got the top spot right here right now, and Jason Mullis second, Paul Williams third, Justin Davidson fourth. So should be a pretty interesting race. It's the first time actually doing a Charlotte Roval, so really going to be interesting to see how this works out. So what's up, guys? You ready for tonight?
Yeah, you know, it's the first time I've seen this track here on iRacing. Gonna be interesting to see how these guys do with those turtles out there, and if they can keep the cars under control and not hit them. But definitely a tough track. I'd put this tougher than Sonoma or Watkins Glen for sure.
I'm pretty excited. Ran it a couple times. It's a pretty hard track to run, man. So hopefully these drivers can get after it and put on a show for us.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty good. All right, we're gonna go run through the grid right here. Starting first on the pole, Robert Barrison at number 75. Jason Mullis is going to roll off second. Third is going to be Paul Williams. Justin Davidson going to roll off fourth. Fifth is going to be Josh Stewart. Adam Nowinski is going to roll off sixth tonight. Seventh is Adam Matz. Eighth is Brad Speidel. Ninth is Jose Tellez. Patrick DeSonia is going to run off 10th. Steve, you want to do 11?
Yeah, Nevin Itasiru will start 11th. Joshua Jones starting 12th tonight. Todd Cray, 13th. Bruce Pearson back from 14th. Mike Majors will start 15th. Caleb Thompson in 16th. Nathan Wingnut, the guy, you know, we usually hear up here in the booth. He's down on the track, starting 17th. Art Peck in 18th. David Kamara in 19th. Cody Franklin, 20th. Ron Hollifield, 21st. Kirk Segert in 22nd. And Kenneth Segert will round out your field in 23rd.
Man, 23 drivers out here tonight. That's going to be pretty cool.
Hey, did we happen to see if Art decided to do his backwards qualifying lap?
I'm sure he probably did.
Would be interesting to see here.
Yeah. And Robert Barris here. There we go. All right. I like the way they start off here, too. You see the pace cars sitting there. These guys are going to get ready to go out. We got... Where do they start from? Where's that actually at?
The starting line is just past that last S-turn.
All right. Yeah, we got, 55 laps here tonight. I don't believe there's any cautions on, so it'll probably just go straight through. I'll be curious to see. I haven't run this track, so I really can't say much about it, but I know Wingnut was up here He was going to call the race tonight. He was like, yo, do you guys mind if I go down here and race, man? I want to get on. So hopefully he does good. He's starting 17th here.
Yeah, it definitely has those blind corners, kind of like Sonoma has. But it also, you know, it's a ROVAL. It's like, you know, Daytona Oval, so, or ROVAL. So there's a lot of high-speed sections, but that infield, you're in second gear most of that time.
Yeah, you have to use a lot of throttle control, especially going out of 3 through 6, and once you get out on turn 3, you're throttled down until you get to the hardest part of the course.
And you were saying hitting them blue turtles on the turns are not going to do you much good, right?
Yeah, they've I don't know if they necessarily have them in the Xfinity cars. The K&N cars, I know, were struggling with, if they hit them, it was almost like it was scraping the underside of the car, and the guys would go 3, 4, maybe 5 laps, and the cars would blow up on them. I haven't heard much about the other series, because I don't think a lot of people have ran this. So we'll definitely get a look tonight to see if that happens here.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep our eyes open on this one and try to bring you the action the best we can. I know I've got a couple different cameras set up, so hopefully I can find them in time and do some justice with them. Got a couple of roof cams, and we have a turn cam over here coming out of turn 4, where they go through that last S before the start-finish line. So hopefully we get to see some action. I was watching during warm-up, and I was seeing a lot of cars, man, launching.
Yeah, it's something else we'll have to watch out for when these guys come in for the one pit stop they're going to have to make tonight. Do they take tires? I know some levels, some road courses, really, you can stay away from the tires. Somebody's already hit the turtles here tonight, so we'll get an early look to see what happens.
Yeah, we'll have to get that front cam on and see.
I do think tires will be a necessity tonight, for sure.
Yeah, I think the oval part of it's going to definitely make the tires a necessity.
All right, pace car is heading in. Robert Barrett's going to lead these guys to green here. Green flag is out. Wow, look where it comes out, right in that S turn, too.
Look at Robert Burris. He is jumping out there quick, already a second lead.
Yeah, he was pretty quick, even in warm-up. Let's try to go back a little bit in the field now that we got everything kind of lined out. Looks like we got pretty much single file. Following right behind with Jason Mullis and Paul Williams. Looks like most of the guys are single file pretty much further back too. I wonder how hard it is to make passes here.
Yeah, you're going to be making passes in the oval part of the racetrack here. You're not going to make a lot of passes on the road or on the infield part.
But look at Robert Barrett's 1.5 seconds in front of the 35 of Jason Mullis. And then Paul Williams not too far behind. You see him coming down the backstretch here. Oh, wow. Who was that? Justin Davidson launching off of the turtles there. He's going to lose that spot to Adam Matz.
Let's look here who the 3 is, but he also launched off. Bruce Pearson launched off those, almost went right into the wall.
I think I'm going to have to jump on the roof of somebody's car here and take a lap around with them.
You've got to watch the 21 of Todd Craig going through the S's. He was on 2 tires almost that whole entire time.
Oh, that's insane. Watching right here, 21 Todd Craig. Right in front of him is the 24 of Tellez. Let's jump on the roof with Todd Craig. Take a quick lap around with him and kind of get a feel for this place. See him hit the track right here and fire it up. Currently sitting 12th. Coming down the back stretch. Look like about 188. Coming into 3 and 4 now.
You're almost seeing the guys that are able to almost pop it up on 2 tires coming out of that that bus stop are able to get the speed they need.
What time of day we looking at here, Steve?
We are looking at currently sitting 5:43 p.m. So, with the 2-hour race time given, and with no cautions, we might see the sunset, but we're not going to get farther than that.
Let's take a look back here to our boy Nathan Wingnut, sitting 18th right now in that number 79. Right behind him is Patrick DeSaulnier in 19th, and 20th is Mike Major. Dennis Sager in 21st, just sliding out here. And I see David Camara and Ron Hollyfield off the track.
Yeah, they didn't even start tonight. I'm gonna look at the drivers that are in here. Oh, we got one off the track. He spun around down on the apron now. But they are not registered, the 2 that are missing here tonight.
The 5 car just made a good pass on the 28 of Adam Nowinski.
Oh, 94 goes around.
Yeah, we just saw him going around a little bit earlier, too. I've seen some cars with damage already. Looking at, who's that, 21, I believe, or 22. Josh Stewart with some right side damage on that car. Pretty heavy, too. He's sitting 3rd. Paul Williams, another driver, got some right side damage there, too. Sitting in 4th. Tristan Davidson right now in 5th, looking like he's got a pretty clean car.
Guys, Kenneth Saggart took it behind the wall. He is done for the night.
Yeah, unfortunately, we seen him inside the infield, turned around too earlier. Man, just looking at those cars going over those turtles is crazy. Following the 20 of Justin Davidson right now. Gonna watch him go through these S's here. Yeah, he slowed it down quite a bit. Still, man, picking those tires up off the ground. Let's jump on the 4. Take a nose ride with the 4. Wow. I can't believe how much that lifts up.
Guys, Robert Burris already off to a 3-second lead. He is cruising up front.
Yeah, he's pretty much got this place figured out. He's got 4 laps led. Started on the pole here. He's pretty far ahead, man. 3.4 seconds. And just watching him going through the, I don't know what you call that on the backstretch, a bus stop or something, but man,
Yeah, the bus stop.
pretty smooth. Watch him go through here, these S's right here. Yeah, he does pretty good. He's not even getting close. He doesn't really have any pressure, so doesn't really have to push his way through. Everybody's been calling that the Jimmy Johnson S turn. After what happened with him and Truex.
Now, I know they did a bunch of modifications to the infield part of this course out of the bus stop. Did they make any other changes to the track? Because when I was out there earlier, it seemed like the actual oval section of the track was a lot narrow. Or it was more narrow than what we had in the past.
Really?
I don't know if it's just we don't have yellow walls and that's what's throwing me off, or what it is.
Yeah, that's true, because just that color change could really mess you up, I guess. Let's see, Cody Franklin, Patrick DeSonia. I was just watching I believe it's the 22 of Josh Stewart. He was closing in on Jason Mullis last lap.
He had the 40 go around on the infield.
Oh, Kirk Sager.
He's been dropping since the start of this race, so
Yeah,
we'll see if he can keep it together.
the 30 of Iwatsuru behind him. He looked like he was trying to find a way to get by. And there he goes. He's going to take a look underneath, take that position from him. Let's jump up with Iwatsuru real quick. Trying to look at some of these times and see if there's, if there's drivers that are close. Iwatsuru flying through that bus stop there, getting a little bit of air. Seeing some right front damage, especially on the lower. I'm wondering if any of that damage is caused by those blue turtles. Meanwhile, Mullis is still being chased down by the 22 of Stewart. Looks like Stewart's going to try to take that spot right now.
Yeah, Stewart was right on his bumper going on to the oval section of the track. And really, it looked like he got him loose to get him out of the way.
Paul Williams here in the number 99, sitting in 5th. Justin Davidson dropped back to 6th. Back to Adam Matz in 7th. And Kirk Sager in the pits in that number 40.
Yeah, it looks like he may have towed it.
Yeah. I was looking for Art Pack. There we go. Art Pack in that number 36. 14th. Where did he start? He started 18th. He's gained 4 spots. Ooh, Tellez just went around. He's got it back pointing the right direction. And I believe right behind him is Joshua Jones in 10th. So he's going to be under fire for 9th place in a minute here. Look back from his car. Sorry for those of you that get motion sickness here. It actually looks like it's pretty fun. I mean, I definitely like the setup they got on here now. I remember the first time, I think me and you and a couple other people, Steve, we came out in the Cup cars and tried the ROVAL once they opened it before the update.
Oh yeah, that was tough.
Yeah, that was way tough, and you know they got the configuration changed a little bit better now. It definitely looks like it's a lot of fun. I know a lot of guys been running it. Look at their Wingnut up to 15th.
Been keeping an eye on these lap times for Robert Bruce and Josh Stewart. They're running pretty equal right now. I think Josh is going to be able to catch up to him here.
Yeah, he was a little bit faster last time by, so he may end up catching him down. He did go past Mullis earlier, and he's starting to even spread a little bit of time between them. Paul Williams now up in 4th. See Justin Davidson trying to close back on and get that position back.
Oh, Wingnut just hit the turtles.
Oh, did he?
He went for a ride.
Watch him go through the S's. We're on his roof right now. And somebody locked the brakes up in front of him. I believe that's the 36 of Art Peck.
Yep.
And you can hear him on the throttle. We're on with Wingnut right now. And I'm kind of playing with that throttle just a little bit. Let's jump in with our leader, Robert Barris, take a lap around with him. I'll tell you what, it's confusing not knowing this track.
Yeah, it definitely is. And, you know, there's a lot of corners in the infield where you can't see the corner going in. So you definitely gotta be on the track, run a bunch of laps, and get down where your braking points are and where your turning points are. Because if you're late, you're gonna have a fun time.
Yeah, I was just inside with Robert Barris running a gyro cam, and there was one spot where he came around the turn over the hill, and there's like a little exit there onto the right. I would have took that as the road, and that wasn't the way to go. That wouldn't have been too good for me. So it looks like we got 19 still on the track. We have Cody Franklin in the 13. He is in 19th. We go up to 30 and Nevin Iwutsuru, who is in 18th. Art Peck in that 36. He is 17th. Nathan Wingnut is 16th in that number 79. Patrick DeSaulnier in the 93 is 15th. Caleb Thompson in that number 4. Dunkin' Donuts Mobile is 14th. Mike Major in that number 2 is sitting 13th. Bruce Pearson in that number 3. He is sitting 12th. Joshua Jones is 11th. And I'm surprised usually, well, Joshua Jones is pretty quick on the ovals. So can't imagine not seeing him get up there. But man, these guys really spread out. Let's take a quick look at the top 10 while we're at it. We got Robert Barris, Josh Stewart, Jason Mullis, Justin Davidson, Paul Williams, Adam Matz, Brad Speidel, Adam Nowinski, Todd Cray, and Jose Tellez rounding out your top 10. Check out, I believe this is Robert Barris coming now, your leader. Yeah, so he's going to just go past us on the S's. Here comes second place, Josh Stewart, and then Jason Mullis. So you see he's not really too far behind him. He's they got a little bit of space in between. He's about 5 seconds ahead, but it doesn't seem like all that much. One bad turn could tighten that up real fast.
I was going to say the rear end of Josh Stewart's got a lot of damage on the back there. That's definitely going to affect him.
Wow. We just watched the 21. Todd Cray come flying through that S. Man, almost totally flipped over. Here goes a whole bunch more. Oh, couple guys in 93 and somebody else slid right through. Who was that by the 93? Is it a red car? Oh, we got a big wreck in the back with the 4 of Caleb Thompson. And I believe the 3. Thompson now backing it up and turning it around. Let me see if I can back that up real quick and see what happened with him. Oh, they were 3 wide almost right there. The 93, the 3, and the 4. And the 3 made contact with the 4 and turned him around. Look at that. They were just about 3 wide right there. And Wingnut was right behind all of that, too.
Yeah, he's moved up into 14th right now.
He didn't think he was going to make it past 10 laps, so he's doing pretty good so far. Meanwhile, Barrett's still 5.5 seconds ahead, leading laps here. 13 laps already. Looking at Robert Barris, he started first. Josh Stewart Started 5th. He's sitting 2nd. That's not bad. Jason Mullet started 2nd. He's in 3rd. Justin Davidson 4th. He started, and he is 4th. Paul Williams started 5th. And to see who's moving up. A couple guys definitely moving forward fast. And it looks like maybe Mike Major and Patrick DeSona may have come into the pit already.
No, I'm seeing Mike Major on the track.
It's showing a 20.5 second pit stop. Are you seeing that or no? Is that mine just acting weird?
Yeah, I think that's a bug. I'm showing that they haven't stopped, but they have like a 332 second pit stop.
Yeah, mine just must be.
I think it's a glitch from my racing. Oh, Mike Major just hit the turtles hard.
Oh, did he? You got some heavy right front damage there on that right front fender. And look at Joshua Jones right behind him, man, trying to chase him down. That is so cool right there. You watch these two going one way, and then we saw some other cars coming back the other way, right on the other side of the wall. That was pretty wild. And here is Patrick DeSaulnier, and Wingnut is slowly closing in on him. These guys gonna have a little battle going on here if they keep this up.
Looks like Robert Burris is closing in on his first victim to put a lap down, as he is just about caught up to Cody Franklin.
See where he catches him. He still has 5.8 seconds to second place, so he doesn't really have the pressure, you know, not like he needs to get in front of him, you know, the minute he catches him. So he'd be able to plan out where he wants to make that pass, depending on which way Cody Franklin goes, too.
I imagine we'll see Cody get out of the way when the time comes. He is running about 5 seconds slower a lap compared to Robert Burris.
Take a quick look at the temperature here. 77 degrees on a 91 track.
Tire fall off is taking effect.
Look at the 13, man. That car is pretty heavily damaged, especially on the left side. Still going straight, though. Robert Barrett's now passing him. He got by him pretty quick. See who else we got pretty close to each other here on the track. Go up here to Caleb Thompson, Bruce Pearson, Nevin Iwatsuru. Probably the closest I'd say right now is you have is Joshua Jones, Patrick DeSaulnier, and Wingnut.
Robert Barus is hitting traffic now, coming out of the dog leg.
Yep, he just passed Caleb Thompson, or Bruce Pearson, so he's now got 2 cars a lap down. We're still roughly.
Whoa, whoa,
Trouble.
Wow, and right in front of him too. Back that up and take a look. Wow.
That was a close call there for Robert.
Yeah, you got lucky on that one. Looked like somebody was doing a Jimmy Johnson out there.
Exactly what I was thinking.
It's funny that got labeled to Jimmy Johnson, but, you know, it happened, man. Let me take a look at DeSaulnier, Jones, and Wingnut. See if these guys changed any spots here. I believe Joshua Jones got around Wingnut, because Wingnut I thought was behind the 93, unless the 93 got in front of. Yeah, I think no, I don't know. Ooh, Wingnut with a little bit of a wiggle. I don't see Seth out here again.
Yeah, I don't see him on the track anymore.
I know he was talking about taking a break for a little while, but I wasn't really sure. I didn't follow up on the comments that he was putting out. So he must be taking a little bit of a break. Meanwhile, look at Josh Stewart here in second, about 5.6 seconds back. So I don't know if Barris is slowing down any. They're running, I don't know. Barris ran a 1:17.4 and Stewart ran a 1:17.9. And not too much further behind. But that 5.6 second gap is going to take a lot to close up, especially without a caution.
Yeah, definitely. And we are probably, I think we'll start seeing pit stops anywhere from 5 to 8 laps from now. So that'll make a huge difference too.
Yeah, that is definitely going to change things up.
Oh, I think we already have a couple in on pit road. Cody Franklin and Art Peck, I don't know if they towed or if they went to pit road, but they are sitting on pit road right now.
Yeah, and looking like they might have towed because there's some big time on there. It looks like right now Bruce Pearson is a lap down. Caleb Thompson is a lap down. And you see the second place trying to get by the 4 Caleb Thompson. Caleb moves right out of the way for him. So that was pretty cool. Third place, Justin Davidson. And then Jason Mullis in 4th. Looks like they have a car in between them. So that gives Justin Davidson a little bit of breathing room. Meanwhile, Robert Barris, man, he has just been on fire here tonight so far. He's been running pretty good laps. Actually been running a very decent line. I haven't really seen him doing too much damage to that car. Even here, coming through the S is pretty smooth again, coming through. And it's nice that for him that he doesn't have the pressure of somebody breathing down his back, so he can really concentrate. Kind of tough when you're got somebody chasing you down. You know, you want to try to watch your marks, but you're always aware of that driver that's right behind you.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, it ain't no doubt. He's basically just running practice laps right now with no pressure behind. His line's fabulous. Fabulous.
Yeah, he's definitely running a great line here. Really taking care of it.
Well, Cody Franklin come out of the pits. He went on to the first corner, pulled it to the side, towed it back to the pits, and he has called it a night.
All right, so Cody Franklin is off. The Art Peck still being shown in the pits. Kurt Sagert now still in the pits. Back up to Josh Stewart, Robert Barris. Keep an eye on these guys and see when one of these guys are going to decide to come on in.
Stewart seems to be closing the gap a little bit. I think it was 2/10 last lap.
Yeah, he's down to about 4.5 right now. Robert Barris is just like a machine right now. Yeah, see right there where he goes through those turns. I would have stayed to the right. I would have took the wrong road.
In all seriousness, the first time I was testing this track out, I did take that right.
I think the first night we were out here trying this, me and Steve, sometime, last year, I think I was rolling around in first gear, just kind of, cruising around to see where everything kind of was. We had a couple of guys join us too, and somebody shared a setup that was pretty decent. And I don't know, I think after about a half hour running laps, we started figuring it out a little bit, but I don't know, man, it's tough in the Cup car. I'm not really sure how it is in the Xfinity car. It doesn't look a whole lot easier, but in that Cup car was definitely a handful.
Pretty sure brothers came in and gave us all set up.
Yeah, a couple of those guys that came in were running some wicked times, man. I couldn't believe the times these guys were putting up. It was almost like I was doing the Art Peck reverse drive with the times I was putting up, but it still was definitely a lot of fun, man.
Stewart's definitely trying to put the power down. He's trying to make up that time pretty fast before they come in to the pit.
Yeah, if you watch him, you can see him. He's really wheeling that car through some of these turns.
He's driving in pretty deep, so hopefully it don't come back to bite him here on his fronts.
We're at lap 24 this time by. We'll see, doesn't look like Barris is going to slow down to come in yet.
Yeah, I can see you guys push to 28 to make it to the end.
Where is pit entrance on here?
It's just before the F-turn.
Oh, okay. Let's go back to the number 5 of Spido here in 7th. Looks like he's got a pretty clean car still. I'm going to look at some of the cars, see some of the guys who've been keeping it clean. Some of the guys you're going to have to watch out for towards the end, I believe. Especially if we get this thing closed up a little bit.
Robert's going to be hitting traffic here pretty soon, so we'll keep an eye out on that.
Yeah, look at Josh Stewart, 3.5 behind now.
Art Peck, who's 7 laps down, and Kurt Sagert, who's 11 laps down, are both back on the track.
Watching, I got the 2-car battle up here, and keep an eye on the time here of Josh Stewart. So Wingnut, I believe Wingnut's coming into the pits. Yeah. And look at that, Robert Barris just put the 76 of Joshua Jones a lap down. Let's go back to Jason Mullis, Paul Williams. '59 of Adam Matz. Adam Matt's been having a couple of good runs the last few races that we broadcast here. Definitely been charging to the front in a couple of races that we've put up here so far. Even with the damage on that car, it still looks like he's still running a pretty good line. I can't believe that Robert Barris, Josh Stewart, and Paul Williams still running 117s, as well as Todd Craig. Still running 117s out there.
Yeah, they've dropped about 2 seconds since the start of this race, so definitely tire wear has taken effect. But they are still putting down a lot faster laps than some of these guys have all race long.
Hey Steve, did you see the paint job on the 28?
28?
Yeah, Adam Nowinski. Highway Patrol. Didn't you come out one time with, I don't know if it was a Cadillac or something?
Yeah, there was a Cadillac that I ran on here that had something very similar.
Very similar to that. That looks pretty cool. He's even got the red and blue up there on the windshield banner.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Yeah, it reminded me, I wasn't sure. I remember you coming out in one. I just wasn't sure if it was the Cadillacs when we did a run in one of those.
Yeah, the only reason I did that was because when you threw on the pit thunder, the lights alternated which side flashed.
So Barrett's still out. We're coming to lap 31. He's got, why is it showing only 25 laps leg?
We're on lap 26.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. It's 30 laps to go. That's what I was looking at.
Oh,
and here he comes. All right, we'll watch him in his pit, see if he gets himself a nice clean pit stop here.
I still think it's a little early to pit, but he had the time. He could go in wherever he wanted.
I think Stewart was caught off guard with that. His reaction in the cockpit was a little off. I think he wanted to come with him.
Well, it looked like he had a solid stop right there. So let's go to Stewart. Stewart right now be your race leader. See if he's going to stay out or come in. I don't know. It's a tough call right there.
14.6 second stop for Burris, so he took 4 and fuel.
I think with Burris short pitting, I think he's going to pull away from Stewart if he doesn't pit this time by. Because he's going to be able to make up so much more time on Stewart than he will.
The thing is, though, Burris is going to have to go 30 laps with that stop, and I don't know if they can stretch that far.
Oh, here comes Stewart. Let's keep an eye on Stewart, and we'll see if he gets himself a clean stop here for one. And then we'll see where Burris is when Burris goes by.
Justin Davidson, who was going to take the lead, he's coming down the pit road now.
He had a pretty clean stop. And here comes Barris now. So now I'm confused. It's got Barris out in front, but not scored as your leader just said. I think he has to come back across the line. Yeah. I wish you would pull it up live. How far back is Stewart going to be?
I'm showing he's 8.8 back right now. Oh no, that's Adam Matt. He is 9.3. He just made the pass on Adam Matt, so he's moved into second.
Damn, fresh tires, man, just flew right by Adam Matz. I think
that was a heck of a call by Robert there on short pitting on that deal.
Yeah, we'll just have to watch and see if he can stretch it all the way. 28 laps to go. I don't know. I think he'd probably be all right. He's got himself a good gap, so he can even back out of it a little bit and save some fuel and still really not hurt him too much.
What's the window looking like, Steve?
I was going to say, 28 was going to be kind of that golden zone. 27 is probably pretty good. 30 laps on one tank of fuel. I don't know if we can do that here.
It's going to be interesting to see here. See if Robert and Stewart made the right call.
We see Spido in the pits. We got Justin Davidson now passing the 28 of Adam Nowinski. That's going to move Davidson up to 4th. Nowinski out to 5th. Nowinski doesn't show a pit stop yet, as well as Adam Matz. Paul Williams in 7th. I'm partial to the 99 because I run that number.
I don't think we're gonna see anybody catch Robert first. 10 seconds is a tough time to make up here.
Yeah, he's got to make a really big mistake in order for them guys to close in on him. Josh Stewart is in 2nd, man. He's probably kicking himself a little bit because of that gap. He was down to what 3 or 4 seconds at one point.
Oh yeah, and he was closing there before Robert hit it there. It was like I said, I think it was a hell of a call there for Robert to short pit on him.
Ooh, Barris a little bit on that turtle there, getting the back end of that car up in the air. Back here to Stewart. Same thing with Stewart. Wow, both sides. You watch these cars.
5 of
Brad Speidel.
Yeah, Brad Speidel went around. He took it into the wall.
Oh, let's take a look. Oh yeah. Ooh. Oh, luckily not too hard. I don't think he was ready for that, because he just came out of the pits couple laps before that. No, actually 1 lap before that. So I don't think he was actually ready. Yeah, I don't think he was ready for that. You see him.
Justin Davidson moving up to P3.
Let's see where Davidson started. Started 4th, so he's got 1 spot. Mullis started 2nd. He's dropped back 2 spots right now to 4th. Where is our own Wingnut? He's back here in 15th. A little bit of right side damage on it. Look at him sliding that car through the turns.
He's keeping it running.
Yeah, he's doing good. For a guy who thought he was only going to do 10 laps, he's not doing bad. I bet you he's having a lot of fun, though.
Looks like there's about to be a good battle here between Paul Williams and Jason Mullis.
Oh, Williams lost a lot of time right there. He'll have to do it all over again here.
Getting all he can get.
Yeah, it looked like he got a little bit too quick on the throttle there, man, and the car kind of started to get away from him. He did a good job and kept it going, but you see that gap now. He was right there on that back bumper just about.
Yeah, it seems like Mullis is a lot quicker on the normal course, and Paul's a little bit quicker on the inner course.
You guys, we had another car take it behind the wall. Our Texas called on tonight.
Oh, man. Yeah, we got Rose up here in the chat says track is hard to drive. Yeah, it looks like it. I think you definitely got to spend a lot of time on here and memorize these turns, especially on that infield. Because there's a lot of blind turns, and you see those cars launching right there. It seems that's where Paul Williams loses a little bit of time going through the bus stop. And let's see what they do through the S's here. It was a little bit better that time through.
Oh yeah, he's not driving it in as deep as he was the previous lap, so you see Jason kind of pulling away here.
Take
Guys, we're starting to see Josh Stewart make up a little bit of time. He's got it down to about 9.5 now.
23 laps to go. There's still plenty of time. Unless Robert Barris is just taking it easy, trying to save a little bit of fuel.
Yeah, I think that's what's going on right now.
Because, you know, he might be keeping an eye on how far back he is and trying to get himself into the good with some fuel. And then once he starts closing in a little bit closer, put the pedal back down, take away that hope. Yeah, if you look coming through the infield, we're sitting inside the 24 of Tellez, and man, there's a lot of blind corners on there. You really got to know where those turns are. Let's go up here with Paul Williams. He's right back to the back of the 35 again. They just get back into the infield. See if he can make anything happen this lap. He's been close a couple times.
Guys, I just went back to watch Mike Majors. He went for a ride. I mean, went on both sets of tires. You know, one side, he went all the way around. Nearly hit the wall, pulled it into the pits. He has called it a night.
Oh, man. Paul Williams was right down the back of the 35. You see him lose a little bit of time to him again right here, but he'll be right back at it one more time. Let's look back from the 35 to the front of the 99. And this is for 4th and 5th right here.
Oh, here we go. 35's loose. There we go.
And Paul Williams is going to get by. Patience, man. He was back there for a little bit. He got that opportunity right there.
Yeah, putting all that pressure on him. Pressured him into that little mistake there that cost him.
Mm-hmm. Now he's just got to stay focused on what's ahead and not look back. Otherwise, Mullis is going to pull the same thing right back on in. Meanwhile, Justin Davidson's still sitting in 3rd. Having himself a good run here. Car's looking pretty clean, too. Josh Stewart about 8.6 seconds closing in. Let's take a ride with Robert Barris. Jump inside with him and actually we'll jump up on the roof. We'll see if he's saving any fuel here. Ooh, like he tapped the wall right there just a little bit. I see that snap cake, cupcake on the hood. It's starting to make me want some chocolate. My wife got me a big old Hershey bar too. I should have brought it down here. You know me, Steve, every time we get out here and these guys come out with their food cars, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I see Wingnut has returned.
He's on pit road.
Hello.
What happened?
I think I broke something.
Well, how was it out there? How'd it feel? You look like you were doing pretty good for a while, man.
It was fun, man. Oh, man, it's so fun.
You lasted more than 10 laps.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I got like 6 minutes of repairs. I'm going to take them all because my car was kind of busted by the end.
Yeah. So what's the track feeling like?
It feels good, to be honest. Just when the tires start dying, it starts getting hard to put the power down. And you got to go way softer than you think. Oh, for you NASCAR guys, you probably understand. I don't. I'm Australian, therefore it was all weird to me.
Well, you did good, man. We pulled you up a couple times. Was looking at you. Definitely a lot better than what you expected anyhow.
Yeah. I love this. This is so much fun, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm glad these guys are doing this tonight. We're broadcasting it because, you know, I'm not so afraid of introducing this race. We were kind of staying away from it because of the experience I had on it when, you know, they first opened up the ROVAL before all the updates and everything. But it actually looks like it's pretty interesting.
Oh, it's definitely fun, and that bus stop, man, like getting it right feels so good. But then getting it wrong means you break your car like I did.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of guys flying through there.
Yeah.
It looks
I
like
gotta say, I enjoyed every moment of this, man.
looks like right now the 28 of Nowinski is closing in on Tellez. See if he can do the same thing that we just saw earlier with Mullis and Williams. See if he can put pressure on the 24 and get the 24 to make a mistake. Ride with Adam Nowinski sitting here in 10th. Right in front of him is the 24 in 9th. They lose just a little bit of time as they approach the bus stop here. We'll see if he can get it back up to him going through the infield. So far, the sun's still sitting pretty good up in the sky.
Yeah, we're only sitting at 6:30 p.m. So with only 17 laps to go, 18 laps to go, we won't have time for the sun to really set.
Josh Stewart still chipping away. He's sitting at 7.4 seconds behind Robert Bruce.
That would be so cool to see him catch up and them two fight it out the last couple laps. We're still sitting here with the 28 of Nowinski following the 24 through the infield here. This is where it really closes in on him, right here. Hear him kind of feathering that throttle.
He can get it turned in just a little bit more. Right there, he'd be able to put the throttle down a little bit.
Well, he lost a lot less time that lap through.
You're going to see him drive it in right here, downshift once, twice.
Wow. And look at Stewart right behind him, man.
Here we go, passing him on the inside.
Is he going to be able to make it? He's got that line. Stewart going to take advantage of it too now.
Back on the inside right here. Ooh.
Oh, that was close. But Stewart able to get by also now with that. So Stewart going to...
He lost a lot of time doing that though.
Yeah. Back to 7.9. Hey, well, not a bad race so far.
No, not at all.
Been
Some
pretty
good, clean, hard racing on with these guys.
Watching those last few corners, like Stewart's rear end is just not holding on anymore. Keeps like slipping and sliding over here and there. Definitely pushing it.
Yeah, he's been like that for a while now. He's been wheeling his car. He's really pushing hard trying to catch Ferris.
Now, Wingnut, you were down there on the track. Tell us, going through that bus stop, how bad does it affect the car when you hit those turtles?
When you hit the turtles, if you don't get damage to your car, it's faster.
Oh, wait, sorry. We were almost three wide there.
It looks like Josh Stewart gave Nowinski a nudge up the rear. But if you can hit those turtles without destroying the car, it feels honestly faster. There's times I've slid it through there at full speed and got up to people from jumping over the turtle. But do it wrong and, well, you reinactivate supercar. Like 45-degree angles.
Yeah, we saw him, Mike Major, just before you had your incident. He just about flipped his car, and immediately he brought it in, he called it quits.
Wow, look at Stewart, man.
He's got some amazing car control right now.
He is sliding. You see his hands on that wheel back and forth, sliding that thing through. He got by the
Not losing
28.
time. And not losing time is the main thing. Being able to do that is great, but losing time doing it just looks cool. He's doing it and gaining, which is amazing. Well, gaining-ish.
Yeah. Todd Cray up to 5th. Take a quick look. Where did Todd Cray start? Started 13th. Oh, look at him jump that thing. Wow. That's crazy.
It's the
Spidle.
fastest way with the balls.
Spidle up to 6th. And now Adam Nowinski in that number 28 is up to 7th. So we got some guys creeping forward. Gaining some spots, getting some points. And Josh Stewart now back to 8.5. So I don't know, maybe Barris just put the pedal back down thinking he's good.
It looks like Thompson either had 2 bad laps or he's starting to lose pace, because the last few laps he's definitely fallen way behind on Barris's pace.
Yeah, he's 2 seconds behind on speed right there.
I think what's going on is he might be pushing a little too hard, and Barris is just kind of relaxing and letting his tyres survive. You push it too hard for a few laps, and those rear tyres just give up entirely. They overheat, and even then, you're just done.
It looks like the last car running on the track right now is Bruce Pearson in the number 3.
Oh man, Stewart through that bus stop almost lost it. Like he's just pushing so hard.
Let's take a look.
Pinged off the turtle on the inside, and almost hit the turtle on the outside, and almost lost control, but managed to save it again. He's pushing hard, man.
He knocked down 2/10 that lap.
Oh yeah, you can see it. He's driving that thing as hard as he can. He's got 12 laps. It's theoretically possible.
All he needs is Barris to make one mistake, and that's easy to easy to do. Yeah, we're inside with Josh Stewart right now, man. You can hear him. He's winding that thing up.
Yeah, he got it down to 8.3, but with 13 to go, that's a lot to ask for him.
That's a lot of pace to ask for too. 12 laps and you're going to gain 8.6 seconds. That's a lot of work.
All it takes is him to hit one of them blue turtles.
Oh yeah. You hit one curb just wrong and you find yourself done. I had to go for like a 30-second required repair pit for something. So it can happen.
Probably broke a control arm.
I don't know, the car felt fine. All it takes is to hit the turtle a little bit too hard.
It felt fine till it stopped running, right?
That was the second one. I had to fit twice. Damn it. And one thing you see is that Barris's car is pretty much perfectly straight. Like there's nothing on that thing. And then you see Joshua Stewart's car, and it's a crumpled beer can.
Yeah, he's got lots of damage. You can tell he's using that car up right now.
You gotta be careful.
Coming up on lap traffic here, Robert is. We'll see if it'll slow him down a little bit here. 76 didn't. We'll see who he's got coming up next.
I believe that's Todd Cray.
Yeah, 21. And Todd Cray right now is running 5th. That's just showing you the speed that Barris has got.
He's kept his car clean and straight. He's been driving fast, but he's not been ripping up the tyres when doing it. He's just been keeping it calm and cool. And the longer you get those tyres alive, the more pace you gain. Like, it's ridiculous.
Take a quick look. What is 21 Todd Cray ran? A 1:18.0. Robert Barris ran a 1:16.3.
He's just got a crazy pace.
Stewart's also in the 16s because that last lap, Barris did a 16.3 and Joshua did a 16.7. Wow, you see Barris jumping through there. Oh!
There it
That
goes.
was it. We just saw it. We just got on him when it happened. Let's back that up and take another look real quick.
Yeah. I think we all saw that coming sooner or later. It's just you keep pushing at some point. You're going to hit that turtle just wrong once.
That's what happened too, man.
Yeah, you hit the inside turtle
Yep.
way too far to the right. And instead of like bumping on it, you just hop over it and that's it. You're done. You can't do anything at that point. He's got real unlucky in that second bounce.
Wow. We just rode inside with him, man. That was insane. Let's go up on the roof. Oh, what a shame. So he's gonna...
One thing I do notice when I was racing here, everyone seems to take that bus stop really carefully. And those that do are currently at the front. Those who push it, me, end up in the pit somewhere.
Yeah. And he, you know, he was doing good all those other laps. Just that you could see right where he hit the inside of that one, man. That was
That's
it.
Exactly. Like it all takes to make one mistake once. That's what watching what Barris is doing. He's just been taking it calm every time. He probably hasn't got the fastest line through the best stop as far as I know, but it's consistent and it's safe and he's fast everywhere else anyway.
And he's still running 116s out here.
Yeah, Justin Davison, I was going to watch him. His car was pretty clean as well, but I just saw him go off the track last lap, so I'll have to see if he's got anything for Barris, but a minute back, I don't see it.
Yeah, he's quite a ways back. We're at 9 laps to go. Take a quick look here at the only 2 lead changes. That was Barris.
Robert went into the pit.
Paul Williams up to 3rd. And still showing Josh Stewart in 4th. I can't believe that car is still running.
I'm going to listen to it now. He's having the same issue I'm having.
He's definitely got some motor issues.
Yeah, I think he's missing a cylinder or two now.
Let's see. Let's jump inside with him.
Same thing happened to me. And he just got past with Robert Barris too, so that there has got a sting.
Yeah.
You can hear it, man. It's missing a cylinder. Might even be missing 2.
Be a long last few laps for Josh Stewart here.
Yeah, it's frustrating too.
Yeah, that's one of those sights you hate. You were second place flagging out, and now you're watching first place lap you and leave you. Ugh.
Still gotta remember though, he's ran well all season long, so if he can pull off a 4th with this much damage on the car, that's still a pretty good amount of points.
Oh well, yeah. Just making it to the end of this track is honestly an achievement in and of itself.
That's a fact there, bud.
He does have Todd Cray, who is on the same lap, right behind him.
Yeah, Cray will get past him. I think Brad Spiral may catch him as well, as his car is actually remarkably clean. But Brad Spiral's car is one of those ones that's just perfectly clean right now, no damage at all.
And look at that, Todd Cray did go past him. Now we're sitting inside with Brad Spidle. We'll hang on here with Spidle for a little bit as he chases him down.
You know that pretty much everyone with clean cars are taking that bus stop a little slower than necessary just to keep it safe. It's honestly, that's the right way to do it. As you can see here,
Josh,
you make it to the end of the race.
I think Josh may fall back to 8th, if at worst.
Yeah, I can see that happening. 8th or 9th, because Matt's is right behind Josie Taylor's on the same lap.
Yeah, Robert Barris right now has no pressure at all.
He's just showing complete domination today.
Yeah, I remember hearing the drivers in the chat earlier saying, you know, Barris can be the guy to beat for sure. There's gonna be like no real threat to him. I can see why. Clean and fast.
Clean braking points, clean shifts, everything.
Even Spidle that time through the bus stop got a pretty good run through.
Yeah. Yes, I gotta give mass respect to the guys you can see around with undamaged cars. Like, my god, guys, you're mental. Do fair respect for that.
Spidle right now is caught up to Josh Stewart. Spidle's in 6th, Stewart's in 5th. Oh, and Spidle disappeared for a second there. He's back.
I don't think Stewart's gonna be able to give him much of a fight, to be honest. Once he gets over to the oval, he's done. He doesn't have any horsepower in a straight line. So Spile's patient, you'll get him on the next oval, I believe. Being short of Joshua Stewart sending it into space. That that inside wall on the bus stop can do some quirky things with physics.
Oh, look at him just wheel that thing through. A lot of blind turns though, man, in that infield.
Oh, I had a scare earlier. It's that infield is not where you want to see a crash.
Yeah, you had one right in front of you too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So the pants are brown.
I was gonna say, I know he wasn't too happy about that because that was close, man.
Oh yeah.
I think
That's the infield though. It's like you're going so slow and the car's got so much power that you keep wanting to touch the accelerator and do something with it. It feels so painful, to be honest.
Let's see where Paul Williams is to Justin Davidson.
Davidson is just entering the oval now, and Williams is about a corner off. So he's about 9-ish seconds away. Don't know if he's going to be able to catch him in the last 5 laps, but hey, we'll see how it goes. Davidson is currently faster than him, but he can make a mistake.
Well, we saw that. Let's go back. Let's see who's on the track here still. We have Nevenu Utsuru here in 14th. Bruce Pearson in 13th. Joshua Jones sitting in 12th. Caleb Thompson is in 11th. Patrick DeSaulnier in that 93 is sitting 10th. Adam Matz is sitting 9th. Yuzu Telez sitting 8th in at number 24. Then you got Adam Nowinski in that number 28 sitting 7th. And Josh Stewart right now in 6th. He's doesn't have any pressure from the 4 behind him, but the 28 of Nowinski's getting close.
Yeah, he's catching up quick, and I think Telez is coming around the oval himself, so 5 laps, Telez may catch up. And if he does, it means Adam Matz will probably catch up too. Matz is right behind Telez.
Wow.
Oh, we might see a fight between those two guys at the end.
Vital about lost it and nearly killed his car coming out of that.
Oh yeah, Spile finally
turn.
gets some damage in the car.
Oh, it's going to let Stewart almost get by.
He still hasn't got the horsepower. He put his foot in the accelerator and just watched as the Spidle drives away. I can't even stress how painful like that is, like how much slower it really is. I thought for a moment I had a chance when I had like a missing cylinder. No, you really don't.
Oh!
That being said, oh.
Spidle all the way up into the wall again.
Tires starting to die.
And look at the
Yes, he was
22.
again.
What just happened to
Yep,
Stewart?
straight back past again.
That's just the lack of horsepower there?
Yeah, so it's just
Oh no! Nowinski on his roof. Oh man. You gotta ride inside with him on this one.
he had to slow right down because Stewart right ahead of him and came in the line entirely wrong. And honestly, nice little quirk of physics there, but that's going to be unfortunate for Nowinski.
Wow.
Someone needs to go tell that garage that when you install the hydraulic system, it's not meant to be that powerful. Wow, that was a sudden turnover. That's going to suck for him too. He had a good chance there.
Yeah, he was doing really good, man. Only one mistake is all you need.
Yep.
So meanwhile, take a look at Robert Barris here. Where's he got? 50 laps led, 3 laps to go. And he's got quite a distance over second place, so he really doesn't even have to push it. And even if he's got to save for some fuel right now, Steve, he's got, look at all that time he's got.
If he needs to save for fuel, he's got
Get
weeks.
out before these guys catch him.
Yeah, but he has got a little bit of clean air ahead of him for a while, so I don't think if he wanted to, he doesn't want to pit at the moment, that's for sure.
Yeah, 2 laps to go here. This race went by pretty quick.
Yeah, no caution, kind of makes it go by quick.
So yeah, here's a little interesting thing. Josh Stewart is currently going around turn 1, and Teller's just finished the final turn. 3 laps, he might just make it.
And
Teller's did a 119, and Stewart did a 120, so oof.
And look at Robert Barris. He is closing in on 3rd place, Paul Williams. If he,
Any more dominate than that.
yeah, I mean, the only other car that he would need to put everybody a lap down would be Justin Davidson. And I don't know, I don't think there's enough time for him to catch him in 1 lap.
Whew.
Wow.
Had a bit of a wiggle there, wasn't
Yeah.
quite on his usual line, and that's all it takes.
Right, so Barris puts Paul Williams a lap down. Paul Williams still in 3rd, though, so he's still having a good run.
He's still going to be on the podium. And the white flag has worked.
Yeah, white flag is out. All Robert Barris has to do is get these 900 turns locked down and right, and he'll be all right.
If an oval is 4 turns, I dread to see how many turns this is.
Steve's the information man. How many turns, Steve?
Yeah, I have no idea on this one.
I was gonna say how many turns in America, how many turns for the rest of the world? Pretty sure for the rest of us it's just 2 turns on an oval.
But it's 2, but they break them into 4.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I don't agree with, but
But yeah, Barris on his final lap, he's coming around the bus stop. This is his last chance to make a mistake. Come on, Barris, make a mistake. I mean, don't make a mistake.
Alright, I had to look it up. 17 corners.
wow. That was pretty close when I said a couple hundred. And Barris going to take the checkered flag right here out of the turn and take it from pole to checkers. Oh, he disappeared on me for a second. Scared me, man.
Oh, that would have been the most awkward timing ever.
Coming right to the flag, right? And all of a sudden, boom, loose connection.
Yeah. So let's go and have Barris first, Davidson second, and Paul Williams, I believe, third, because Cray is actually nowhere really close enough. And they've already come over the line.
Josh Stewart's going to finish 6th, holding on.
Wow, so he gained 2 spots from what we thought he was going to have.
Yeah, Tellez was only 1 corner away. He could have possibly got him, but he didn't quite have the pace.
So not a bad recovery by Stewart. I know he's got to be disappointed, though, from being in 2nd and chasing down the leader to finishing 6th, a lap down. 1 mistake, though, man. You saw what it cost him.
It definitely cost him a podium spot.
So let's see if Robert Barris has enough fuel here to do a burnout.
I think he's probably good, to be honest. He could have saved a mountain of fuel those last few laps if he really needed to. I think he's good. Did he pit at all?
1 time.
Yeah, he did his lap,
Yeah, then he'll have more than enough
26.
fuel.
How many laps do you think you could have went, Wingnut, inside the car?
If I was stretching? Oof. 40 maybe? Maybe? I'm not good at fuel
Really?
saving, but I mean, if you're a good driver, could maybe got it to 40 or so.
All right, there's your winner,
Yeah.
Robert Barris. 53
man,
laps
victory.
led. 53 laps led out of 55.
I believe he gets the extra reward of the cleanest car on track.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. He really kept that car pretty clean there. Did a great job. Them cupcakes on the hood look pretty good too, man. Gonna have to ask him about those.
Damn food cars.
I know. I gotta get my chocolate fix now, man. I got a Hershey bar waiting for me upstairs. You know me, Wingy. Whenever it comes to food, brother.
I have to go get some Hungry Jacks.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look. Is Paul Williams in the channel anywhere? Yeah, there he goes. Anybody want to do third place?
I won't be doing any today because I wasn't there for most of the race.
All right, Paul Williams, SR booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Hey, man, not a bad run. You started third. You finished third. First of all, how was the track feeling out there for you, man? It looked pretty interesting from up here in the booth.
Yeah, I mean, been doing a lot of practice here on the Roval this week since the official racing's been there, and I tell you what, I mean, it's a interesting animal in and of itself, but it's a lot of fun when you get the hang of it. Man, I had not done a run on gone that long on tires, so that was really interesting there towards the end of that run before coming in for tires and fuel.
How'd the setup feel for you? Was it on a loose or tight side, or not really much of a difference?
Yeah, I mean, couldn't really tell, to be honest with you. Just putting a stock car on a road course is just a challenge in and of itself. The thing just plows around every corner, so you got to be real patient. You got to be smart with your decisions and where you choose to pass. You can't just go plowing into people like the 22 did on lap 4 of a 55 race. Guy's supposed to be our champion. I'm not sure what that was about, but glad to see that came back in the end, and we got ourselves a good finish, and it was good, and hats off to Robert. Oh, man, he killed us out there. It was in my best interest. Coming to 2 to go, I destroyed my car on the chicane. I was down on power, and it was in my best interest to just let him go so I didn't have to turn another lap, so that's what we let happen.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, we were watching a lot of guys going through, just kind of getting those turns a little bit off. We've seen a few guys, come in, man, and just be off just a little bit and end their night. You have a couple close calls with that where you kind of were just a little bit off on your entry or exit and almost lose the car?
Well, for me personally, and a couple comments have been made to me. I take the bump, the bus stop, or whatever you want to call it, on the backstretch there. I take that pretty narrow. It's just the way that I drive it. I know a lot of guys don't. And the danger is if you miss it by just a little bit, your night's over. And I went 52 laps just fine. So that was close. And the other thing here is going through those uphill right-handers. That's not the place to pass. You can't see. It's tight, and especially early on in the race. So, that was a big close call. Almost got taken out on, like lap 4 for no reason. Coming up out of the, the infield into turn 3, NASCAR Oval turn 3 is a challenge. If you don't hit that right, you lose a lot of momentum on that long straight down the backstretch. So, it was being consistent was the key. And Robert did that, and that's why he lapped the entire field. I would have good laps, I would have bad laps, and I think that's probably what most people had going on all night.
Yeah.
But all in all, good run.
Yeah, not really a bad run at all, man. You started third, so you started in a good spot, and you take it home in third, so that's definitely a good way. Even Wingnut was saying even just to finish here tonight is an achievement in itself. So you didn't lose anything, and you got to the end of the race here, man, so congratulations on that. And definitely interesting, man. You really got to know those turns. We did a couple of in-car cameras going through the infield, and there are a lot of blind turns on there, man. So it's good to see you get up here and get it done, man. Before we let you get out, anybody you want to give a shout-out to?
Yeah, definitely. Serious sponsor, American Hero Hunt. Everything they do is really great cause. So encourage anybody watching the stream, check them out. Really nice what they do for our veterans. And of course, you guys broadcasting, you guys do a fantastic job. Best broadcasters I think we've had, as far as all around producing a good show for everybody. Seth and all the admins for what they do to keep the league running and allow us to run 55 laps at this monster and be able to finish. It's pretty impressive. So thanks to everybody involved.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for the compliments, and we'll look for you next week, man. Congratulations on starting third and finishing third.
Thanks again.
All right. All right, that was third place, Paul Williams. Let's go to Justin Davidson. All right, Justin Davidson, SR Booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, man, not a bad run for you tonight. You started fourth. You come home here in second. Walk us through your race here tonight, bud.
Yeah, it went pretty smooth. I definitely didn't have the pace to keep up with Robert and Josh there. I'm not sure what happened to Josh. It's unfortunate, whatever happened, but preparing for the week, I knew that if you could get a consistently fast lap and then just be safe for the whole race, you'd probably finish pretty well. So that was kind of my goal. I was able to get a fast hot lap and then kind of dial it back for the race to keep it safe. Didn't make too many mistakes and ended up coming out pretty good.
Yeah, it looked pretty good out there, man. We've seen a lot of guys flying through the bus stop and just off a little bit, man, and ruining their nights. We've seen you a couple of times launch, and you go back and watch the broadcast. You see a few times we've seen you getting some air, but you managed to keep the car straight, man. Did you feel any changes in the car over the laps as the tires started wearing down and the sun started dropping a little bit?
It definitely was a lot different than it has been this week. Running through, the track temp was a lot lower. It was about 20 degrees lower than what we've been running this whole week. So it was definitely a lot more grip, and I felt the car not want to turn. In the official races throughout the week, it just getting loose. It pushes as well. It didn't want to turn a lot in the official races, but it wasn't nearly as loose as it has been all week. So that was nice. It was a little bit easier to keep it under control from that perspective.
And now, what about going through the infields? There's a lot of blind turns. You know the track pretty good where it wasn't really an issue, because there's a couple of times where I was in the car, I even made a comment that when you guys hang that left, I would have probably hung the right and went the wrong way.
Oh yeah, I was pretty fortunate. I'm a teacher, so I was on winter break, and I knew, hey, this is a new track for everybody. I got some opportunity. I'm off work, so I can get some practice in, and so I put in about 500 laps. So, but it took a long time. I think if you look back at my unclean laps out of the 500, I think I have like 75 laps where I wrecked. So this is definitely the cleanest I've run for this amount of laps. So that was pretty good. But
that's cool. Are you back to school tomorrow?
Yeah, we are. Teachers went back on Thursday, but we get kids back tomorrow. So yeah.
Yeah, mine go back tomorrow. I think it's going to be interesting. I feel bad for a lot of you teachers because I know my kids are going to be tired and crabby, and a whole classroom full of them. So take this second place finish tonight and carry it with you tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much. It's fun.
All right. Anybody you want to shout out to before you get out of here?
Yeah, definitely. I want to thank American Hero Hunt for sponsoring the series and everything that they do to support veterans and whatnot. And then also thank Seth and the guys that run the league. This is a great league. This is my second season in it, and I've been having a lot of fun. It's getting a lot cleaner, which is great. There in that first season, I was having trouble avoiding the incidents, but it's gotten a lot cleaner this season, and it's been a blast.
Yeah, you've been having some good runs, man. We've been watching you through all the races here, and not bad, buddy. You started fourth, finished second, so go celebrate, and we'll catch up with you next week.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. And good luck tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to need it. My kids go back tomorrow. I know that's going to be a little bit rough. I know there's a whole bunch of them that ain't looking forward to it. And I don't know if I'd want to be a teacher tomorrow. All right, let's get our race winner down here and talk to the man who kind of put the field down. Robert Barris, SR Booth, you got a copy.
I got you.
Hey, man, that was a great run here tonight. You definitely had this track tuned in. 53 laps led from the pole all the way back up to the checkered flag, man. Got to be feeling good. Talk to us about your night.
Yeah, this Stack Cake guys, Camaro was on point. Um, all through practice and qualifying, the qualifying lap was really good, and I think that was going to be important to get that track position, be able to kind of get a little bit of gap and then manage pace. Um, Track changed a little bit from qualifying into the race. We had a lot of cloud cover, and it kind of changed some of the turning points or whatnot. The car turned a little bit better than I expected, and I jumped a couple of turtles, and I think I may have gotten a little bit of splitter damage that hurt the speed a little bit. But all in all, it was enough to get the car into victory lane.
It definitely was hard to tell by the times you were putting up. I mean, you were still running 116s well into the race. We wanted to talk to you about your pitting, that first pit that you did there. Were you planning on coming in that early, or was it kind of a last minute thing? Because the way it looked, I think that pit is what actually gave you the distance between you and Josh Stewart.
Yeah, I was I had one or two strategies, just depending on how big of a lead I had. The car felt like it was starting to get tight, um, which is not too unexpected, but it was tighter than I was planning on it being. And Joshua was anywhere from equal to maybe 3/10 a lap he would gain on me here and there. And so I was more curious about um, if I had any damage to the car from the first lap or two, and I did. I had about 12 seconds of optional, so again, I'm thinking maybe a little bit of splitter damage or something hurt the aero of the car. Um, didn't get a chance really to fix any of the damage before the service was done, but I think probably it was just a combination of being aggressive, getting on pit road, and um, the the extra lap time of having an extra set of an extra lap on clean tires, I think helped build up the gap that I needed to again settle back down into a comfortable pace where I just kind of could run my own thing. And then I don't know, maybe 10 laps to go or something, I noticed he wasn't behind me anymore, and I wasn't real sure what happened, but came back up on him to lap him. I think he may have probably had something in the bus stop or something, maybe had some engine damage.
Yeah, we were wondering, after you made that pit stop, if you were going to have enough fuel to make it to the end. Were you having to save any from there to the checkers?
No, fuel window was 32 to 33 laps,
All
so
right.
halfway was plenty to make it. I short filled it a little bit even to try to help offset some of the damage I was I had.
Yeah, we weren't sure. We were watching, like you said, when Josh Stewart was behind you after the pit stop. He was about 10 seconds back or so, and he started closing in a little bit. And then, unfortunately for him, he just went in wrong and totally destroyed that car and ended his chances, or even a second place, or even a chance to try to chase you down. But he was definitely wheeling that car, giving everything he got to try to catch up to you, man. But, dude, you put on a great race here tonight. You kept that car clean. You got 53 laps led, started from the pole, got yourself the checkers, man. Them cakes on the hood, making me want my chocolate. I need my chocolate fix now. and
Yeah, we got some over in the pit stall. I'm gonna jump out of this thing and go grab some, I think.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude. Every time we come on and we see it, I'm always like, oh, I got to get my chocolate fix. I see all these food cars out there, man. You guys are killing me. I'm gonna be like 300 pounds by the time we're done with all this, man. But that's a great run, dude. Congratulations on the win, 53 laps led. And before we let you go celebrate, anybody you want to shout out to?
Oh yeah. First and foremost, the Snack It guys for coming on board to sponsor the car, and hopefully you make sure, just like the car says, it's all about moderation on those things. Check them out on. They have a YouTube series of videos. Uh, all good things about snack cakes. Go check them out.
Oh,
American
cool.
Hero Hunt, helping to pay the bills to host these sessions and have the broadcast come on board, and then you guys at SR Broadcasting for doing the broadcast. You guys do a great job. All the drivers who came out tonight. It's kind of unusual for us in terms of road course. We don't do a lot of road courses, but it was on the schedule for the official series, so that's what we're running. So again, thanks for everybody who came out to run, and hopefully they had as fun of a time as I did.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys did this. This is actually our first broadcast that we've done in the, on this configuration, and it's kind of good, man. I'm not so scared of it now to get out and drive it. So I'm glad you guys did this, man. It was definitely a lot of fun to watch, and it was some good racing out there, man. And you definitely almost had everybody. If you'd had a few more laps, able to get the 20 of Davidson, you'd have had everybody lapped down. He was the only car second place that was on the lead lap with you, man. 53 laps led. Once again, dude, congratulations on it.
Thank you.
All right, go celebrate, man. We'll catch up with you next week.
Will do.
All right. I think I put him in the wrong spot, but all right. Man, I'll tell you what, that was pretty good, dude. Like I said, I'm not afraid now to get on that track. I don't know how good I'll do, but I ain't afraid of it now, at least.
It was nice, and I didn't actually notice that it was actually that cold, because I didn't know everything to compare it to. That just felt good. It really did. It was just a fun track.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch all those guys hitting the turtles. That's for sure.
Yeah, that was there was some guys that were launching big time, bro. I was like, wow, dude, that's crazy. All right, we are going to go over the results here in a minute and get this thing wrapped up, pack it up, and go home. I just want to thank Brandon for stopping in. Brandon, anytime you want to come back, dude, you're welcome to come on back, and we enjoyed having you here. Steven, I appreciate you being here as always. Wingnut, good to see you did more than 10 laps out there. Sorry you had to come back, but I'm glad you did come back.
Yeah, I'm glad I made it past 1 or 2, so that's a victory for me.
Yeah, that wasn't bad at all, man. So I think, Steve, I think this is one track we're going to have to put here on our winter season and do some testing out here with everybody.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's run over the results here. First, let's look at the race summary. We've had 2 lead changes. They did 55 laps, obviously no cautions. We did have a couple of drivers just off a little bit, pushing a little bit too hard, kind of ruined their night. But all in all, I'll tell you what, I think they did a really good job. All right, the American Hero Hunt unofficial race results. You got Robert Barris taking home the win with 53 laps led. Justin Davidson finishes second. Paul Williams finishes third. Todd Cray finishes fourth. Brad Speidel finishes fifth. Josh Stewart will finish sixth after running second, man, and having an issue destroying that car, man. Great recovery to even take home sixth here. Yusu Telez finishing seventh. Adam Matz finishing eighth. Patrick DeSolner 10th. And Caleb Thompson, listen to me. Patrick DeSolner 9th. Caleb Thompson 10th.
Joshua Jones will finish 11th. Bruce Pearson will finish 12th. Adam Nowitzki will finish 13th. Nevin Itzavir, I can't even say it now. Jason Mullis will finish 15th. Wingnut, you finished 16th tonight. Mike Majors will finish 17th. Art Peck back at 18th. Kurt Saggart 19th. Cody Franklin 20th. And then rounding out your field tonight will be Kenneth Saggart 21st. Devin Kamara and Ron Hollifield never even took the grid, but they will finish 22nd and 23rd.
All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed the racing here tonight. You guys did a great job. We'll be back here again live on Monday night at 9:25 p.m. East, so tune on in then. And like I said, guys, I appreciate all of y'all being here tonight. Definitely was a lot of fun. Wingnut, I'm glad you got to get out there and run some laps. Brandon, like I said, man, you're welcome to come back anytime you want.
It was fun, man.
Yeah, it was fun as always.
All right, guys. Enjoy your night, everybody, and we'll catch up with you next week when we're back here live.
Peace.
DIEHARD Racing League fans. Wanted to thank you for tuning in to today's race. My name is Justin Jones with the American Hero Hunt. We are proud to sponsor another season and look forward to more. Head on over to Facebook and look up the American Hero Hunt. Give us a like, share, and keep up with everything we have going on. The American Hero Hunt is an all-expense paid hunt for 2 veterans. One hunts whitetail and the other hunts waterfowl. We have a strong passion to give back to our military veterans, and we hope we can continue to do that. We are fully funded by donations, so we ask if you are able to please consider donating. Thank you again. Enjoy the race. God bless America and our men and women overseas and the ones who have come back home.